will actually present something from the same area. Thank you very much. And it's on the marine communities changes in the last 50 years in the Adriatic Sea.
So, good morning. So we stay in Italy, but we moved to the sea. So in this paper we analyzed long-term changes in the period between 1945 and 2008 in the Northern Adriatic Sea fish community by analyzing landing statistics through the use of ecological indicators. So the Northern Adriatic Sea, you can see in this picture, is the northernmost basin of the Mediterranean, and it is a shallow, semi-enclosed sea. It is characterized by strong riverine outflows, mainly from the Po River, which is the largest river of Italy, that is the primary source of nutrients and organic matter for the ecosystem. Due to the high productivity of this ecosystem and the presence of the wide, flat, drawable platform, the Northern Adriatic Sea is the most exploited Italian basin. So, actually, the fishery sector is facing a dramatic crisis due to a dramatic decline in catches that is impairing the economic sustainability of fishery. So, it is important to understand the reasons of this decline, and to do this, we must reconstruct long-term changes in fish communities. And preferably, analysis should be referred to a baseline of a pristine or at least marginally exploited ecosystem. So, during the Second World War, fishing activities almost stopped in the Adriatic. And the fishery biologist Umberto Ancona, who inspired with this data Lotka Volterra for the equations, observed that when commercial fisheries started again, the marine community was considered to have recovered to a relatively unexploited status. So, the beginning of our time series could be considered a baseline to which to be used as a reference when analyzing changes that occurred after the industrialization of fishery in the area. So we collected the official statistics of the fish market of Chioggia in the period of 1945 and 2008, and we choose this market because it is probably the most important of the area. And fishing boats supplying this market used to fish in the whole Northern Adriatic Sea. We use only marine local product caught by local fishing fleet, and we computed early landed quantities for each species, or in some cases for group of species. So we know that landing statistics have some limitations. They do not report information on commercial species. There is a lack of standardization, and they depend on fishing fleet features and market demand. However, they may provide insights on the structure of the exploited communities. And for this area, they represent the longest time series of data on fishery, since fishery-independent data are available only for the last 2 or 3 decades. So we applied to landing statistics a set of simple indicators. This is a very popular indicator, the mean trophic level. Here, epsilon represents the landings of species E in ERT, while ER represents the trophic level of species E. And this indicator gives information on the complexity of the trophic web. We computed the fishing imbalance, which allows to assess whether the fishery is balanced in ecological terms. Here we have the TE, which is the transference efficiency, which was set at 10%, and we refer the computation to the first year of our time series, which is time 0 in this formula. Then we computed the large fish indicator, which represents the proportion of large fish, in this case fish with the maximum length higher than 30 centimeters, in the landings. Since we did not have information on the size structure of landings, we used the theoretical maximum length of species. And this indicator gives information on the size structure of the community and its development through time. Finally, we computed the ratio between the landed elasmobranchs and the landed telos to have information on the structure of the fish community in terms of life history types. Here we have a proxy of the fishing capacity in the Northern Adriatic Sea. We have the total gross tonnage of the Chioggia's fishing fleet and the total number of boats. We can see that from the 50s till nowadays, the total gross tonnage of the fishing fleet increased. In particular, in 2008, the total gross tonnage was approximately 3 times the one observed in 1951. But since the 80s, we have a decrease in the number of boats. That means that we have a shift toward larger fishing vessels. These are the most common fishing gears used by the Chioggia's fishing fleet. Otter trawls, targeting mainly demersal fish. We have the Libralato trawl, that target demersal fish and shellfish. Hydraulic clam dredges targeting clams and scallops, and finally midwater pelagic pair trawls targeting pelagic fish. Here we have the time series of landings, and we can see that between 1945 and 1985 we have a sharp increase in landings, a tenfold increase in approximately 40 years. Then, after 1985, we have a collapse with landings that approximately halved. Here we have landings per unit of fishing capacity, which is simply landings per one gross tonnage of the fishing fleet. And since the fishing capacity increased during the war period, we can see that also landings per unit of fishing capacity collapsed after 1985. And it is worth noting that this collapse probably is underestimated due to technical and survey creep. For example, in the 80s was introduced the LORAN, the long-range navigation, which improved fishing efficiency very much. So we take a look to some ecological indicators. Here we have the mean trophic level, and the mean trophic level computed with the cutoff at 3.25, and we found no significant trend in this index. However, the fishing imbalance shows something. We can see that between 1945 and 1977, this index sharply increased and then remained almost stable till 1987. So this index probably describes the expansion of fishery that followed the industrialization of fishery in the area. But after 1987, the feed dramatically declined. And this suggests that the expansion of fishery met its natural limit, and now we have an unbalanced fishery. Among the possible causes of the feed decline, there is the decline in the primary productivity of the ecosystem. Here we have the phosphorus and the nitrogen discharge from the Po River, which is the most important river affecting the dynamics of the Northern Adriatic. And we can see that while nitrogen increased during the war period, we have a peak in phosphorus in the 80s, which is a consequence of intervention by law of the ministry to reduce the negative effects of cultural eutrophication. So in this period, the nutrient load delivered to the Adriatic Sea was reduced. Was reduced by banning phosphorus from washing powders and enhancing the treating of urban sewage and farm litter products. So now phosphorus declined to a level that might be limiting primary production. Moreover, some authors observed that in 1987, the Eastern Mediterranean transient, which is a climatic event that characterized the Mediterranean, established in the Adriatic a new regime that caused a reduction in productivity. So in the 80s we have a reduction in the productivity of the ecosystem. But if we look at the other indicators, here we have the large fish indicator. We see that in the first decades of our time series we have a decline, a sharp decline. So we have a change in the structure of the fish community towards a higher proportion of small-sized species. And it is well known that the fishing is self-selective and generally targets larger fish. Moreover, large fish are usually more vulnerable to exploitation. Here we have the trend of the elasmobranch-Teleost ratio, and also in this case we see that in the first years of our time series we have a sharp decline of elasmobranchs. Elasmobranchs are sensitive species for detecting early signals of fishery disturbance. So, we can say that these changes occurred even before the collapse of fishery in the Northern Adriatic Sea, which occurred in the 80s, in the mid-80s, and probably they represent an early signal of exploitation. So, concluding, we have seen that after the Second World War, fishery rapidly got industrialized in the Northern Adriatic Sea, and fishing capacity dramatically increased. So, until the productivity of the ecosystem was high, fish production increased according to fishing capacity increase. But in the first decades of industrialization, fish community structure began to change, probably as a consequence of exploitation. And in particular, elasmobranchs and large-sized species significantly declined, which are species highly vulnerable to fishing pressure. So once productivity declined in the 80s for environmental factors, the food web was already modified, and probably the resilience of the system was impaired. So this might have reduced the recoverability of the ecosystem, and fish production collapsed. So to conclude, I think that these evidences must be taken account in fishery management by rescaling the fishing capacity according to the actual characteristics of the ecosystem, for example, to the actual productivity of the ecosystem. Thank you.
Thanks. There was an overview of Adriatic history. We have a couple of minutes for questions, actually. Yeah.
When I was in Rimini 30 years ago on the fish market, I saw trails of fish of micro size, that fish. Did that change? This behavior of marketing baby fish, amateur fish.
No, this behavior hasn't changed. The European Commission is doing